From Lahore, Mayad Ali Khan, chief reporter of the news, along with Admiral Javed Iqbal. From Delhi, Sudhanshu Trivedi of the BJP and Colonel Arnab Singh, formerly of the RAW. From Karachi, Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao. And from Delhi, Mahroof Raza. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Admiral Javed Iqbal, did you see this coming? Are you surprised that you are now being declared a terrorist state officially?
No, I'm not surprised because international terror group of US, India and Israel, this is their stage one. And they have sent a terrorist on Wagah border and they should be taken to task. And who cares? You see, the same United States told us that Iraq had nuclear weapon. They are the liars, and so is India, and so is Israel. So you are trying to, give this baloney, give it to somebody else, not to Pakistan.
I don't know what the baloney is here, but the fact is that they have declared.
I know the baloney. The fact is that you have sent a terrorist.
Admiral Javed Iqbal, let us not make claims and make statements for which we have no factual basis. My concern
you have
today.
No factual basis.
My concern today, Admiral Iqbal, is as much with the fact that you are being declared a terrorist state as with the response of hardliners like you who say we are not embarrassed about it. I mean, today should be a day of introspection in Pakistan that your greatest military benefactor has declared you a terrorist state. I mean, I don't know what greater insult they can be for one country, but clearly it makes no difference to you.
What greater insult can be for US when they claim nuclear weapons in Iraq?
Colonel Arnab Singh, formerly of RAW, responding from the Indian side first. Colonel Singh, Admiral Iqbal says there's no problem. They can call us a terrorist state. Makes no difference to us.
Stop sending your terrorists across via India. This Wagah incident is done by you.
We have condemned the blast at Wagah, right?
You have
absolutely no proof of any Indian hand. So just let's not.
You have done it. We have found
fiction, and even your government has not said that. So, let's not write fiction on the news.
We have found Indian munition.
I am genuinely concerned at your response today. Sir, let's limit ourselves to the issue at hand. The issue at hand is that America has said officially that Pakistan is a terrorist state. I thought our panelists from Pakistan would be very worried at what has happened.
Admiral should cut off relations with us.
Admiral, very late in the day, 60 years down the line, you have realized that Americans are liars. You should have realized during the Sito and Cento period.
And so are you.
You should have realized when during the war in Afghanistan.
Look, you see.
And you should have realized, during Operation Enduring Freedom.
That Americans are liars.
No, it's too late in the day. But let me tell you, I as an Indian, I am not overjoyed by this development. I'm not going to go overboard. With deep senses of anguish. I can only say that our position is vindicated.
Of course.
And Uncle Sam must realize that had we not carried out attrition in the last 2 decades in Kashmir, so many 9/11s would have been staged from your soil. And Admiral, let me take you back to history. Let me take you back to history. 47, 48, we all know what are the instruments that he used. In 1953, Nehru himself in a cabinet meeting said that one General Akbar Khan, he has issued a pamphlet which says that Pakistan is very lucky in having irregulars who have a tradition of fighting, and we can use this to our advantage. Then you used in them 65 in Gibraltar. Then, Admiral, you used the Jamaat-e-Islami, Al-Shams and Al-Badr Brigade in Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, those same fellows are being hanged. And then, Admiral, that 1,000 cuts theory. Then Admiral, this proxy war against India. And let me tell you, for Americans, It may be a question of their geostrategy, their global strategy. For us, it is a question of our internal cohesion. It is a question of our nation building. And it is a question of our territorial integrity. So therefore, all I can say is at this moment that I am not overjoyed. I am not overjoyed. But you need to introspect, Admiral.
You are using the Pakistan threat
Admiral, the problem, Admiral.
Admiral,
the problem with you is that you don't allow others to be your well-wishers.
To keep...
Sir, come on, search your heart. Search your heart today.
If I may.
Come with a measure.
If I may, Sudhanshu Trivedi of the BJP joining the debate. If I may say this, consider this deeply. Mahed Ali Khan, we disagreed the last time you were on the program today. And I certainly always almost disagree with Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao, but both of you will agree with me today that the reference to you as a nation state that uses terrorist groups officially against India, against other countries as proxies, is the first step for UN sanctions. You know what happens from here, Mahed Ali Khan. Once this statement is made officially, the next step is that you violate UN provisions, and that therefore you deserve to be internationally isolated. The next step will be the demand for UN sanctions against Pakistan. Mahed Ali Khan, why didn't you see this coming?
Pranab, you're taking things too far.
Am I?
Has already said. Yeah, can you hear me, Pranab?
I can hear you loud and clear.
How far could that report be authentic, that Pentagon report which comes out every 6 months? If Pakistan has been doing this, if they knew about it, why didn't they reveal it earlier first?
Because it served their strategic interests, and it no longer does, to keep it a secret. So they are taking you on.
If some Pranab, will you let me say something?
Yes.
If a country which claims to be a very good friend of Pakistan, and for which Pakistan has paid a lot of price, could say this at this time for its strategic interests, it could say anything.
No, sir.
They are liars.
No,
they
sir.
are liars. They've been lying. They've been using Pakistan, and Pakistan is paying the price of their war on terror, which we are a victim to.
Sir, the argument.
Let me tell you.
Sir, the argument. Sir, there is the argument. May I please come in? May I please come in, Mahed Ali Khan? You see, the United States has a definition of state-sponsored terrorism, which means a terrorist state. Now, you may agree or disagree with them. They put countries like Iran, Sudan, and Syria are in that classification of terrorist states.
And America.
Let me complete. Pranab, why are you bringing the UN into scene? It's a far-fetched thing right now. It's nothing
not
to be discussed
far-fetched,
at the moment. It's just a Pentagon. Let me complete, Pranab. It's just a Pentagon report which has been presented to the Congress. You see, it doesn't hold any ground for us.
No, it is an official. It is an official document. No, Mahed Ali Khan, Mr. Mahed Ali Khan, 1 minute. First of all, you say today, why are you making it an issue? Why are you taking it up to the United Nations? Where were you raking up Kashmir till recently? You were raking it up at the United Nations. Then you went raking up Kashmir with the United States. No, 1 minute.
Pranab, I am not saying...
Admiral,
listen to me, please.
Admiral, do you realize the seriousness of your problem today?
I am not saying, Pranab, I am not saying that... I am saying that the UN thing is a far-fetched
sir, it's not.
Notion at the moment.
Sir, it's not. No, sir, it's not. No, sir, it's not. No, sir. Sir, it's not. I'll tell you why it's not. Because para 2 of the UN Security Council resolutions very clearly says, and I welcome Mahroof into the debate. Mahroof, maybe we can throw some light into this. It says that any person or any state which supports, facilitates, participates, or attempts to participate in the financing, planning, preparation, or commission of terror acts or provides safe havens can face sanctions. That is the category under which Pakistan now falls.
So what about this?
What about Kashmir
What about the implication and impact of this
Arnab.
category that you've just discussed?
The implication is sanctions against you.
That you've discussed.
The implications is that...
Let me complete, Arnab. What about the status of this category when... Pranab,
Sir,
are you with me?
Mr. Mayed Ali Khan, the implication is sanctions.
Let me respond.
The implication is sanctions. The implication is sanctions against Pakistan. Only and only global sanctions against Pakistan, which India must now push for. That's the only alternative. Mahroof opening the debate from Delhi.
If wishes or horses, Pranab, if wishes or horses.
No, this is not wishes or horses. Official document I've thrown before.
Arnab.
Mahroof.
You see, Pranab, my point is...
May I now request my... Sir, please, may I request my Pakistani guest to give me just 3 minutes, sir. The first point is that you can keep denying this, but then you will have more and more deaths on your hand, because a denial to address the internal problem is the cause of a lot of your terrorist-related, sir, is a cause of a lot of your terrorist-related attacks within Pakistan, the most recent being at Wagah border. You may point the finger at us, but your Pakistani fellow citizens died. Now the point to understand, let's get a perspective on it. The Americans were completely quiet as far as Pakistan's role was concerned in supporting terror groups, both operating in Afghanistan to dominate it strategically, the Taliban, Mullah Omar and the whole gang. Now, even in the case of India, when they were supporting the Lashkar-e-Toiba, Lashkar-e-Jhangvi, Jamaat-ud-Dawa, call them what you may. Now, there are two pieces of evidence that I just want to throw up to the audience. A very detailed book by Kalota Gaul, The Wrong Enemy, has one paragraph on page 189, which says that America knew it all along, but for their own reasons, they had kept quiet in the past, which you know that they felt the need to use Pakistan for their reasons in Afghanistan. Now they are withdrawing, so they're going to put more pressure on you.
Yeah.
As far as the Lashkar-e-Toiba and other groups that are used as strategic assets by you, in 2003, General Musharraf admitted that yes, we have these strategic assets. He was telling the world that how Pakistan is evolving into a moderate society, while he was turning a blind eye to the activities of all these groups which were being kept alive because they were not threatening your military establishment. Now, those of you who may be in denial, we also accept the fact there is a disconnect between the moderate civilians like some of you and the hardline in the establishment who keep these secrets close to their heart, but they get monitored at the end of the day as the embarrassment of Osama bin Laden hiding in Pakistan. And this evidence firstly came out both in the case of General Nadeem Taj knowing about him, General Pasha knowing about him, and this was admitted by none other than Ejaz Shah, who was the director of your intelligence in the days of Musharraf. So this is clearly a nexus between the military and the militants in Pakistan, for which you are paying the price, for which America is now pointing fingers at you. And this is what my friend Arnab is alluding to.
I see some of our Pakistani panelists getting impatient to respond. Mahroof, let's keep it. Let's keep the debate going. My question to Marshal Rao is, okay, now it's an open debate. 1 second.
But your society is in dire straits.
No, 1 second.
And I would therefore urge you to come to terms with the truth.
Indians are making this issue. Please listen to me. I am surprised. You yourself has said that they have used Pakistan. They've been using Pakistan, and they're giving a blind eye to Pakistan's such activities, if at all there were any. Please, how could you trust such a country? How could you trust Pentagon?
Sir, you answer the question. You answer the question. What will you do now?
Sir,
1 second. The question of trust does not arise. No, 1 second. I want to get Marshal Rao into the debate. Mahroof, a minute. Mahroof, between Karachi and Delhi, can I request 1 minute? My question to Mayed Ali.
Arnab, one central point. The Americans are going to influence world opinion against Pakistan. And if Pakistan doesn't accept the fact that America can influence world opinion, they are going further into denial at their own cost. Because America is now going to tighten the screws on them. It's better that they address and turn away.
You see, Abid Rao, please. If I can get Abid Rao into the debate, please. 1 minute.
We will
Abid Rao.
on you.
Admiral, restrain yourself. Admiral, just restrain yourself for a minute. My question to Abid Rao is, Abid Rao, how does it feel tonight to be a country that has been declared a terrorist state by the United States of America? Did you not see it coming?
First of all,
yes.
Let me start with my one of my own verses that Shareek Jurm raha umr bhar jo saath mere khilaf gawahi bhi dene aaya hai. The fact is that America keeps issuing these statements periodically, either to pressurize Pakistan or to pressurize India. When it wants to pressurize India, they talk of UN plebiscite on Kashmir. And then, you know, there is a debate that encourages Pakistan to do something at diplomatic level. Look, Arnab, this is India's old desire that Pakistan be declared a terrorist state.
But it has been
Today,
now.
the world is divided between mujahideen of one country and terrorists of the other country.
But tonight you have been declared a terrorist state.
And here, this is your long outstanding desire.
Unified, sir.
Sir, but you have been declared a terrorist state.
Have you forgotten that warning from Armitage that we will bomb you to Stone Age?
No, 1 second.
These terrorists
RSN Singh,
who have now become terrorists and hurting us,
RSN Singh,
our
just 1
biggest
minute.
proof of good intention is that our army is fighting them wholeheartedly like a
RSN Singh,
Armitage told you
I have no doubt that our
we will
government
bomb
is
you
doing
out
enough
of
to get rid of
RSN
those
Singh, let him
terrorists
complete.
who are once upon a time who were mujahideen.
No, 1 second. Sir, this Pentagon...
So as far as the American report is concerned,
sir,
I
this
support
Pentagon
what the Admiral
report...
said.
This,
it doesn't bother us. If it pleases you, let me tell you this will be very short-lived.
Sir, it pleases nobody. Sir, it pleases nobody, but I'd like to get Sudhanshu Trivedi on the screen, please.
After 6 months, it will say that the report was false.
No, sir.
So even that I will not be surprised.
Abid Rao, you are looking a little. You are looking a little.
CIA,
Abid Rao, Abid Rao, you are looking a little shaken tonight.
Have been false.
Abid Rao, you are looking a little shaken tonight, and I honestly can understand if I was in your shoes, having been in denial for such a long time, I'd be shaken as well. Unfortunately for you, this Pentagon report, Admiral, listen to me.
Now?
Admiral,
now
1 minute. Admiral, Mahad Khan sir, 1 minute, please, let me just share some insights with you. Do you feel, do you feel Mahad Khan and Admiral and Air Marshal, do you feel in India we are happy that you are in this situation today?
No. I think you are in a mode of denial.
No.
Because you don't recognize the two neighbors. Now let me complete, for heaven's sake. You interrupt when we talk. Why don't you also listen to others? Why don't you listen to others?
Admiral,
even if there are sanctions, Pakistan is there and your scare will not be over.
Admiral, you know, this kind of bluster will not help. I want to tell you, and Amayat Khan and Air Marshal.
Wait and see. Look, we wait and see.
Sir,
let's wait and see.
Just wait. Just hear me. You see, Sudhanshu Trivedi is from the BJP. I'd like to get him into the debate. Don't lose your cool tonight, Admiral and Air Marshal. It is an unfortunate situation, but in many ways, this is a predicament of your own making. I'd like to point out to you this Pentagon report. Sir, this Pentagon report has been commissioned by the Department of Defense of the United States of America, very much a part of the US government. It cannot be denied. As Mayat Khan says, more crucially, this report has been prepared in coordination with the US Secretary of State, among others. This represents the official and final US view of Pakistan.
Also, that they are also part of agenda on Kashmir.
Sir, but this report,
UN resolution on
this
that.
report,
don't mix it up.
This report is prepared for your information, along with the Director of National Intelligence, the Attorney General of the US.
We have not received any such thing from United States of America officially. We have not received. They have not given.
If you want to be blindfolded to reality, it's your choice. Sudhanshu Trivedi opening the debate from there. Sudhanshu Trivedi, please. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Cross the bridges when they'll come.
It's already come, sir. You are drowning. There is no bridge to cross. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
It is
come on.
The recent report of Pentagon,
sir, it's a serious matter,
which has come out in open, has just made
it's not in your favor as well.
Fact which is already well established.
God forbid, it won't be helpful to you.
Sir, it's helpful to nobody. The whole world is concerned about you. 1 second. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Yes,
so let us be concerned about that.
if there's fire in Pakistan, you
The
will
fact
also
which has
feel
been
that.
brought
Sir,
up
the
by the
BJP
Pentagon
point of
report
view from Sudhanshu Trivedi,
already
please.
well-established fact in all the strategic
you will
experts of the
feel
world and of the
pretty good
region.
heat.
Yes, please, Mr. Trivedi.
If I would like to ask to our representative from Pakistan, the recent firing on the border was for what? Without any provocation, if there was a firing, every strategic expert knows that it was a firing just to give a cover to those infiltrators who try to intrude from the Pakistan side to the Indian side, in which always
And what is the
happens
reality?
in the pre-winter time
What is the reality?
before the snow-capped
The reality
mountains are
is
there.
your
Admiral, एक
infiltrator
minute.
came to
Admiral,
Goa.
जरा सुन लीजिए 2 मिनट.
Has done for the
infiltrator.
first time.
Caught any intruder in
Let
last
me
2 months.
complete my statement.
India
Then whatever you
specializes
want
in
to say,
making
you can say.
allegations without giving a proof.
If you are saying
Who
that the
starts the
Pentagon,
first fire? That needs
If-
to be established. Mr. Chaturvedi, you should have
let
at
me
least
complete the
apprehended,
sentence,
killed so
then
many
whatever
intruders if what
our
you are
friend
saying
from
is correct.
Pakistan wants, he can say. If he is saying that the Pentagon, why Pentagon has not taken any stand before, I would like to bring a fact which is a less known fact. In the State Department, India and Pakistan both come in the same region, that is the Southeast Asia. In the US, State Department. But in the US Defense Department, that is Pentagon, they have put Pakistan along with the Middle East and Afghanistan. They have put India along with the Southeast Asia. It means as far as the defense strategy is concerned, they have considered Pakistan more close to those lands which are terrorism-stricken and you can say the sponsored and engineer of the terrorism. And they have caught India on the other side. So this shows that the stand of Pentagon
let me
is
answer
after
to
a
that.
well-thought strategy of years and their conclusion.
let me answer
and not
that.
on the and another one more thing I would like to ask my friend from Pakistan.
Yeah.
If Obama during his campaign says that we have to compete with Beijing and Bangalore, if Microsoft become the first company who makes its first office outside United States, they go to Bangalore, to India in search of talent hunt, and US Army goes to Pakistan in search of Osama bin Laden's hunts. Why this is the difference?
But this is...
Are you not able to
listen
comprehend
to.
where the world is going,
Now
where
let
you
us
are going,
also
where
give
we
the
are going?
answer.
Yes,
we are known for
Admiral.
IT and other talent-related
Admiral.
things.
Why
Admiral.
don't you allow us to talk back?
No, Admiral, I will allow you to talk.
And without taking you in the confidence.
Admiral
Clear
Iqbal.
evidence
I am
that
having...
there were
Admiral
the terrorist
Iqbal.
activities there and
You are too
the
naive
international
to
Admiral
ask this
Iqbal.
was
question.
not having any confidence.
No,
with the
Admiral
Pakistani
Iqbal,
establishment.
for 1 second, for our viewers, I want to explain what has happened
Look,
today. Just
you see,
1 minute, मैं
this
viewers
is
को
the-
explain कर देता हूँ. 1 minute, Admiral, viewers को बता दूँ कि आज today there has been a Pentagon report.
Let me reply to that.
So 1 second, there is a Pentagon report. It's a US Defense Department report prepared along with all the departments of the
I know
US,
that.
including
Let
the
me reply
National
to
Security
that.
Advisor as well as the Secretary of State. Now, what is the impact of this on Pakistan? For example, during the recent standoff, Admiral Iqbal, along the line of control, the Indian Army estimated that more than 2,000 terrorists were seeking to be pushed across the border. The confirmation comes in the form of the Pentagon report, which gives credence to the claim that you want to push these people as part of your proxy war against India. You went crying to America. They have responded with the Pentagon report. Today, you have no position to stand on. The ground slipped from under your feet on this subject.
You listen to me also.
Zameen आपके पैरों तले
Listen to me. ओ मेरे पैरों तले गिरे ना गिरे आपका जो है बहुत कुछ हो गया है. Why don't you listen to me now? Now America, this is, you can see how mischievous Americans are. They want to, they want to keep us with Middle East for their own purposes.
Sir, but you take money from them.
For foreign office purposes, we are part of Southeast Asia. But whether Americans like us or don't like us, I can assure you, Pakistan will not be,
Sir, but you realize today, Admiral, you have no choice. You will have to listen to them.
Do you realize that unless India solves the basic problem of Kashmir,
sir, you
will... Why don't you listen to me now?
You want Rashi, 1 second. Wasn't Mahroof wasn't the Pakistani ISI chief or army chief recently in America? Wasn't General Rahil Khurshid recently in America, Mahroof? After Rahil Khurshid's visit to America, what happens? The Pentagon report comes out. I mean, this is a slap on your face diplomatically.
But Pentagon is not our God.
Pentagon is your financial God.
For you.
Financially,
for God.
Financially, you live off the Pentagon. You live off the Pentagon. Sir, then you live off the Pentagon.
Care about the Pentagon.
Sir, your entire economy will crumble without the Pentagon.
They need us. They need us.
They don't need you anymore.
We are
President Reagan.
We are missing an important
in White
point here.
House. President Reagan
Arnab.
saying to whole world about Mujahideen, they are the savior of mankind.
Sir,
shame on you.
Sir, you realize that you realize today that it was okay, Mahroof. Sir, 1 minute. I don't want to rub it in, but between 2001 and 2011, you took 20. What's it? You took 20 billion dollars of American assistance. Your entire country's economy, the salaries of half your population are paid by Washington. So you will have to listen to their report.
We suffered $70 billion.
Sir, that's your estimate because you want more money. Mahroof is responding to you.
Not more money.
Mahroof.
Our infrastructure.
Mahroof, are sanctions around the corner. Yes, Mahroof.
What have you done?
Sir, please, Mahroof, I understand your predicament tonight. It's not a good situation to be in, Mahroof. Sir, you have my sympathies tonight. It's not a good situation to be in. But please let Mahroof speak.
What have you done?
Admiral.
What have you done?
Mahroof from the Indian side. Mahroof.
Somebody else's view also.
Mahroof.
Admiral, first point. The Americans were peeved with you because all the money they were pouring in wasn't going into your society, but was going into the coffers of your army, which was becoming fatter and fatter with the dollars and investing in institutions that were further feeding your generals. You being a part of the establishment would know how that works. You are also talking about the fact that America has turned from time to time for or against Pakistan. But it's a given fact of history that Pakistanis have always relied on 3 A's: Allah, the army, and the Americans. One of the A's now is abandoned you. Allah, आपके साथ कब तक रहेगा? आपकी किस्मत आपको मुबारक. But at the rate you are going, you have to get real, sir. You have to get real and address the internal problem. Your army, Admiral, is the cause of all your problems. And the army's obsession of using terror groups and all proxy warriors to further your agenda is something which you have to get them to address. No, sir, no. Every written document proves otherwise. And let me tell you one thing. It was your same American, it was your same American friends.
Sir, this is no. One second. Mahroof, I think tonight our Pakistani guests are
Afghanistan by going the American way. Today, America has abandoned you. The Chinese don't want you. The Saudis find you an embarrassment. The world is after you to nail you as a terrorist.
Why are you so concerned about
and you
us?
still can't read the
Why are you so concerned about us?
Who can help you, sir? Except yourself.
My God, you have such a concern.
Sir, this report.
Because, sir, जब आप डूबेंगे तो आसपास के लोगों को भी फर्क पड़ेगा.
तो फिर जो है आसपास के लोग अकल का इस्तेमाल करें और पाकिस्तान को अपने प्रॉब्लम कश्मीर सॉल्व करें ताकि हम अच्छे नेबर रह सकें.
Admiral.
Yes,
Admiral.
Sir, you are answering the question. You are answering the question, Admiral.
Admiral, as a well-wisher of yours,
with India,
see how
proxy war and terror.
Admiral, as a well-wisher of yours, let me draw your attention as to how proxy war has boomeranged on you. Today in Bangladesh, the people whom he used as irregular soldiers are being hanged, and you cannot do anything about it. Now look, in Kargil, you could not even claim the dead bodies. When Ajmal Kasab was here, you could not even claim him.
Panab, please listen to me. Please,
Admiral, let me also tell you that soldiering is a gentleman's profession. Soldiering is a gentleman's profession. The moment you started using, the day from you started using these proxy soldiers,
are you keeping that army? Are you sending the terrorist on Wagah border?
Absolutely. What has happened is that some of those, qualities of irregular soldiers have rubbed on you, gentlemen. So please,
ungentlemanly thing. Very bad. You shouldn't do these things.
Sir, these warnings have been coming. These warnings, if I may, Air Marshal Abid Rao, zara sabar kare. Admiral ji, जरा एक मिनट, एडमिरल जी एक मिनट प्लीज, जरा सबर करें, एक मिनट मेरी बात सुनिए। देखिए माहित जी एक मिनट, मैं आबिद राव से एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूं। I want to ask him a question. Abid Rao, you tell me today. Okay, let's forget, there's no acrimony tonight. There is concern from my side. I'm doing the program out of genuine concern for what is happening to you. Now my question, there's no acrimony tonight. There is no comparison. There can be no comparison between India and Pakistan anyway. Question is not that. Question is, you tell me, Air Marshal Rao, were you not warned? Were you not warned repeatedly? Did Obama not tell you in 2011 that you are in cahoots with terrorists? Did David Cameron not say in 2010 that you are in cahoots with terrorists? Did every self-respecting global leader not tell you to stop being in cahoots with terrorists? Were you not, especially after Osama bin Laden was found on your soil, found red-handed to be in cahoots with terrorists? Sir, how long did you expect the lie will continue?
Since 2006.
How long did you expect to continue like this?
Arnab,
sir, were you not warned? Were you not warned?
These terrorist groups.
Were you not warned?
And we were, no, it's not a question of being warned. We knew about it. We knew about it. That
you knew about it?
People who were raised for some other purpose were now doing other activities. They are like
but they were operating. They are operating from your soil. Aapke zameen se
elements outside Pakistan.
Aap hi ke zameen pe ho raha hai
in Pakistan.
No, but this is happening from your soil.
Our government is very sincere that there were a lot of these. I agree. There were a lot of these non-state actors. Otherwise, our government has been taking a very firm action. Look at what the army is doing. Operation Zarb-e-Azb is a wholehearted war-like situation where these people are being bombed by the Air Force also. So all elements of the state machinery are being used to curb this. It will take time.
See, sir.
What America has said, believe me, I'm not saying as a counter-argument to you, it doesn't bother Pakistan. We have been under such warnings, threats, embargoes, 65, 71 and even later.
71.
One second. Admiral, just make that admission tonight. Just say Abid Rao admits, yes, we know these terrorists are operating from our soil. No, I don't understand. One second. At least let us know tonight. There is a large number of people across India who are watching. They want to ask you one question.
So concerned.
No, there are a lot of people watching tonight. Admiral, at least इतना तो आप लिहाज कीजिए कि आज के दिन जब अमेरिका ने आपको टेररिस्ट स्टेट नेम कर दिया, आप आज तो एडमिट करें जैसे एयर मार्शल राव ने एडमिट किया कि हाँ हमारे जमीन से हम टेररिस्ट ग्रुप चलाते हैं.
My elder brother, India, why I am admitting? Please help us. Please tell America not to do us. Please tell him we are your neighbor. You are elder brother. Please do that. I am admitting that.
Your statement.
No, you see, you're not taking it seriously. You're not taking it seriously. You see.
No, you do that because you have better relations with America.
Admiral,
there is something.
I correctly remember when Mr. Vajpayee had gone to US 10 years back, he had categorically said that you cannot take comfort in the geographical distance that you enjoy. This issue of this facet of terrorism has a sweep is 360 degrees and will hit you one day. And how prophetic he was. And today, Admiral, the same things are beginning to haunt you. We will take care of it. We will take care of you.
Listen,
don't worry.
Arnab, Look, you see,
there is absolutely no problem. We have been gagged now.
Today
we have been gagged now. We can also take care of that equation. We can also take care of that equation. That nuclear capability is equal to proxy war.
This is an unfortunate
we will take care
day.
of that. Absolutely no problem.
This is an unfortunate
but today
day.
is a day.
1 second. This is an unfortunate day. Colonel Singh.
This is from a person who has written a book on Pakistan. And after meeting a very wide section of your society, and I am telling you as a well-wisher, as a somebody who knows something about Pakistan. And let me tell you, in that book I have also written about some great assets that you have. But Admiral, what has happened is that the moment you pull yourselves out of your civilizational pulls of the subcontinent, you start treading a dangerous path, and that is what is happening. Go back tonight, carry out an introspection from a well-wisher of yours. This is the time. You can win an argument. We can, you can go back home and say that I have won a debate, but you have to win over the situation.
Okay. Response from Lahore. After that, Sudhanshu Trivedi. 1 minute. Go back and think, sir. Please understand the gravity of the situation. I'm coming to you in Lahore, but understand the gravity of the situation. Everything is finished today for you. 1 second. Everything is over. You went and made the whole case before the Americans. They have the Pentagon report has reiterated Mayat Khan that the Lashkar-e-Toiba is responsible for the attacks on the Indian consulate in Herat in May. Everything has been revealed today. You have no defense left.
Believe me, if we don't look after you, we only have to lift the barrier, and one Hafiz Saeed is enough for you. We have thousands and lakhs and
See, now
crores.
this is what you come down to. अब इस तरह से बात करना शुरू कर देते हैं.
You don't appreciate.
Admiral, at this age, I don't expect this from you.
This is not done.
I know you have been a diplomat. If this is your language, I'm sorry.
This is unfortunate.
This whole debate is futile.
You are not appreciating that. We are losing our people. You are not appreciating that.
No, 1 second. Sudhanshu Trivedi. No, I feel it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate.
You are not listening to
It is unfortunate tonight that instead of introspecting, you are trying to threaten Indians with more Hafiz Saeed type of attacks, sir. We can deal with it. Sudhanshu Trivedi कह रहे हैं कुछ. Sudhanshu Trivedi from the BJP. Go ahead, Sudhanshu.
It cannot get more brazen than this.
It's very brazen. And it's unfortunate.
A very detailed elaboration of what is happening right now. Even if our representative from Pakistan is not ready to accept, it is up to them. But if you look at the entire strategic history of India and Pakistan relationship, whenever Pakistan thought that they can match to certain extent with Indian army, that resulted in war, whether it was 48, 65 or 71. When they drawn a conclusion that they cannot fight a direct war, like after 71, it resulted in terrorism, like in Punjab in late 70s and 80s. Then again in 90s, the situation improved in the Kashmir Valley and the terrorism in Pakistan, Punjab finished. Then again it resulted into a war in 1999 Kargil. Then after the decisive defeat of Kargil, again it was attack on parliament. So if you look at the history of 40-50 years, it gives a systematic approach of Pakistani army. Again I would like to put a difference that I think that the people of Pakistan may like to have a good relations with India, so that's why the liberal parties get better support in elections. But there are the fundamental elements and the army doesn't allow them. Today's report of Pentagon has exposed the real face of Pakistani establishment, and I would like to quote with a sentence.
Don't you have fundamental elements?
लाख छुपाओ छुप न सकेगा, राज हो कितना गहरा, सच्ची बात बता देता है असली नकली चेहरा. So howsoever masks you who try to put on your face, the real thing has been exposed by those who are providing you the biggest support in the last 50-60 years.
जी कहिए, choice तो आपका है कि आप you want to be.
Say something, Arnab.
Yes.
These terrorists, so-called terrorists, were formed by the US for their own interest.
Mujahideen.
When they were called Mujahideen in Afghanistan,
Reagan.
it was not us who sort of supported them or made them. We just facilitated the US because we were their partners at that time. We are still their partners. I can understand that they no longer perhaps need Pakistan as a strategic ally. They are looking towards India for countering China. Now, if we are a victim 60 years down the line, you be sure about that. That
one second. One minute,
end
sir.
up
Mahit Khan,
meeting the same fate.
Mahit Khan, you were warned.
Yes.
No, you were warned. You were warned. And what did Hillary Clinton tell you in October 2011? 1 minute. No, 1 minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. You are saying we are a terrorist state because America made us a terrorist state. 1 minute. Sir, 1 second.
Yes.
You are saying we are a terrorist state today.
Yes, you want. Yes.
Sir, 1 minute. Sir, 1 minute. You are saying you are a terrorist state. America made us a terrorist state.
If America continues to be terrorist state, we are.
Please listen to me.
And you have no mind of your own.
But whose baby was Osama bin Laden?
Who kept Osama bin Laden on their soil?
We are paying the price.
Who kept Osama bin Laden on their soil?
We need to revisit.
Who kept Osama bin Laden on their soil?
We need to revisit our US policy. We've been paying a heavy price for the US
that is your problem entirely. That is your problem entirely, but Hillary Clinton warned you. Hillary Clinton warned you in 2011. She said you can't keep snakes in your backyard. She said, Mahit Khan, she said, you can't keep snakes in your backyard and expect them to bite only your neighbors. Who was she talking about?
Okay, the neighbors.
Who was she talking about?
They are wrong on that count.
You can't
now let me say something. The movement in Kashmir was in held Kashmir was an indigenous.
Even now you'll
movement.
say this?
Please try to understand.
Even now
you'll say this?
That thing there in.
Yes.
Even now you'll say this?
Was not.
You have been deserted by America.
Please try to understand.
You have been deserted by America.
Why are you keeping that much army there?
The US is
Why are you keeping that much army?
The US is changing its stance because it doesn't need Pakistan anymore.
Yes, and we
don't care.
And why did you?
We'll be very happy.
Colonel Harrison Singh, that's your unfortunate reality.
They will leave this soil.
That is your unfortunate reality. That is your unfortunate reality, sir. You are now clubbed with Sudan,
you will
Syria,
feel the heat.
And North Korea.
You will feel real heat. Oh well, if Syria and Iraq, so will you be. I tell you, if we burn, you will feel the heat.
Pranab, could you understand what is happening
you are clubbed.
Who is supporting? Those
Sir, you realize that you are moving towards those UN sanctions. You don't realize the seriousness of it. Even now you'll play along.
We don't care.
You don't care?
Yes.
We don't
care. Be a terrorist state.
We don't care because we think
you officially be a terrorist state.
Is a dummy institution.
Your lies have been nailed. Your lies have been nailed.
It lets US.
You will only be, we
don't care what the UN says about us.
You are happy by these programs that can tell your people. I can assure you,
sir, you realize
South East Asia will burn.
Sir,
don't you realize that?
How? Please tell me, Admiral, how? Admiral, tell me how. 1 second. This Admiral Iqbal always makes these threats. Admiral, tell me how.
Let me tell you.
Tell me how.
Let me tell you. This is how. Now just consider two scenarios. One, Pakistan lifts the barrier and the heat which is coming to us from Afghanistan will come to Delhi and Agra like in the past. Two, consider, hold on.
What kind of Talibani theory are you pushing on Newshour tonight?
And let me complete it.
What kind of now your real points of view are becoming clear. आप अपना नकाब निकाल रहे हैं program पे आज.
हमारे नुकसान की आप फिक्र न करें.
You are so ungrateful that you are not realizing that. And second, now listen to...
No, so what was all this rubbish you said all along, non-state actors and all? No, 1 second. अब तक जो ये झूठ बोल रहे थे about non-state actors, उसका क्या हुआ?
तो non-state actors जो है वो तो the whole history has been full of non-state actors.
Sir, आप कुछ तो सच कहे आज.
Pakistani will be non-state actors.
At least speak one truth.
Do you know non-state actors won the war against Russia?
Admiral,
non-state actors won the war against Russia. So
Admiral, I'm shocked.
Pakistan will not go anywhere.
Let me speak, Arnab, just let me speak.
Yes, Marshal, this is horrifying, this kind of argument. It's horrifying. And I'm telling you, nobody enjoys this.
It was also
what is happening to you is truly tragic.
Government who were responsible for putting Pakistan in that situation. You listen to her entire speech. Don't get away by stating half-truths. That is dangerous.
Which is the half-truth? Which is the half-truth?
You don't realize that.
Which is the half-truth, sir? Please tell me.
That she only warned Pakistan. She also blamed American government for putting Pakistan in that situation.
Never in a counter-insurgency operation have we used artillery or Air Force or tanks or APCs. What you are doing in Zarb-e-Azb, that is what where proxy war has taken you. So I would again urge you, please go back, introspect. That
sir, it's a sad, it's a sad day, Mahroof.
Blowback is bad.
Mahroof and Sudhanshu Trivedi, it's a sad day.
Who are armed.
It's a sad day for the people of Pakistan today. It's a sad day for the people of Pakistan, declared a terrorist state by their benefactors, and still no apology from the hardliners.
Peace in the region.
And what America's report now, sir, please hear me out, sir. Sir, what America's report is alluding to, that in the entire past decade, the bulk of the attacks that were happening in Afghanistan, the trail was leading to a place called Miran Shah and Waziristan. That was the hub of all those militant activities which you are now targeting under your military operations. Likewise, virtually all the militant trails that were coming to the LOC and beyond came from Muridke. And therefore, America's report is very clearly indicative of the fact that Pakistan's terror mechanism must come to an end, because if it doesn't, it will eat away into Pakistan as it is doing right now, which your army has begun to address, but it is not addressing the terror machinery that exists on India's borders, because they don't threaten your military establishment.
And I invite tonight.
The Taliban has challenged you all.
I invite
and
tonight.
That's why you've gone to fight them.
I invite
you
tonight because I'm told.
Selectively target terrorists.
Because
you
I'm
have
told.
to target them comprehensively.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will pay the price as you continue.
Because I'm told a lot of people follow our debates in Pakistan as well. I request everyone, especially viewers across several countries and in Pakistan, and Pakistan is watching this program and anyone else, consider what your leaders and your army and your ISI have driven you to. You tonight are turning out to be citizens of a country which unfortunately is being called a terrorist state. Is this the moment which Pakistan should use as the moment of awakening? Will it do so? You can tweet with Pentagon nails Pakistan. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.